Coming to you from Seattle tonight, where the roof at Safeco Field has been closed for comfort. It's the home opener of this new season between the Cincinnati Reds and the Seattle Mariners. Mariners baseball comes your way next. Here comes perhaps the fastest man in baseball as Billy Hamilton strides forward to get this ball game underway.
Billy Hamilton.
High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball one. Here it comes. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Dyson on the run. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. Here's the shortstop, Zach Cozart. He comes in hitting in the 370s for the season. Clearly always a threat with the bat. And no swing, apparently. Ball one. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. The 1-2 pitch. Tried to hold up there. Appealed down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. 1 out, nobody on. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Adam Duvall waits on deck. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Cabrera's there. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Standing in, Adam Duvall. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. First pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
Now, a mid-90s fastball is no joke, and that's proof right there. He threw it right by him.
And he looks like he's toying with him here. It's 0-2. And here's a ball hit in the air. Segura is there for it, and the inning is over. And that'll bring up Ben Gamble. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Right fielder. Ben Gamble.
A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. And Harold, as we take a look at the Reds entering play here tonight, they come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Well, Matt, that 500 is like the magic number. Now, they won their last game. Now they're 1 under 500. If you get to 500, you feel like, okay, now we can start to build something special. But you got to get to that 500 mark. That's why this game is so important. They win today, they're at 500.
And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So the leadoff man reaches base to start out the first. Ready now, Gerard Dyson. He's got that average way up into the 330s to begin the day. Throw over to first, and a dive, but he's back in. First pitch on its way. Lifted the other way out to left center. Waiting on it, the left fielder. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. First chance for him here with a runner at first and 1 gone. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Ball 1. One 0 count. Here it is. Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. Hamilton is under it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Here's Nelson Cruz now. On the season, he's hitting just over 290 coming into action here. Here comes the first pitch. A slider that just grabs the outside corner.
Jumped ahead with strike 1 there, and that's something he's going to do a lot of in this start. He doesn't have lights-out stuff, so it's important for him to be pitching ahead and have the hitters on their heels.
Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Now that's a slider that's pretty easy to recognize. Started on the outside, you know it's going to continue to run off the plate. But one that's difficult is that one that starts in at you and still breaks over the plate.
He ties him up with a fastball inside, 1-2. And, oh, this one's by him to the backstop. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch. Here's the 2-2. Liner toward right center. In there, base hit, and that ought to get the run in from third. Stepping into the box, Robinson Cano trying to keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. Cano waits on the first pitch. Way out in front. 2 out with the man at first. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now, 0-2. In the dirt, and now let's see. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch. Nolasco comes set. 1-2 on its way. Right side. And this gets right through him, and that may be a run. And he is in there. Gene Segura standing in. He's hitting in the 270s on the season coming into this one.
Segura.
Hoping to limit the damage, here's the pitch. And he'll start him with a slider that's taken down and away for ball 1.
Matt, this is how you want to start a game. First inning, you already jump on them early. You get 1 run in, and now you have 2 other runners on base. You come up with a big hit here, you can really make a big dent right here in this game in the first inning.
So, he threw the slider darting away to him 2 times in a row. Now, I don't think he'll go for it again. I'm looking for something hard inside on this pitch.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Duvall going back on it. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. Stepping up to the plate, Melky Cabrera, who brings an average in the 260s into this one. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. First pitch coming. Here it is. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
Man, he's really struggling. He's laboring out there already. He's already given up a bunch of runs. Now, I know you have to go ahead and you don't want to get in that bullpen too early, but I'm just curious, how long can the leash possibly be?
Hamilton is there to put it away and finally put an end to the inning. In is Joey Votto now. He enters play in this one with his batting average up over the 320 mark. Into the windup and the pitch. And a foul pop behind the plate. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1. Now at the plate, Eugenio Suarez. He's hitting just above the banner 300 mark on the season coming into this one. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Chasing after it is Dyson. He gets there, and that's the 2nd out. Stepping up now, Scott Schebler. He'll work on keeping this top of the 2nd alive. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. In there for strike 1, 0-1.
Oh, that's for sure going to be a pitch he wants back. You're not going to get many balls right in the wheelhouse from a top-level arm like this.
He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. Stepping in, Dan Vogelbach. He'll get us going here in the bottom half of the 2nd.
First baseman,
First pitch of the at-bat. And here's a ball hit in the air. Cozart into shallow left, and that's the first out of the inning. Digging in now, A.J. Pierzynski, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. First pitch on its way. Takes a look at a slider that catches the inside corner. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a high pop-up to the left side. Calling for it, Suarez. 2 down. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Ben Gamel. He reached on a single in his first try. First pitch coming. Here it is. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Good swing. Just got to try and straighten that one out. Nolasco looks in, ready with the 1-1 pitch. He pulls this one into right. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So that keeps the bottom of the second going. Here's Gerard Dyson. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Gerard Dyson.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. A runner on first with 2 away. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And this will land foul.
Ooh, that was a good pitch to hit. He wants that one back. He was just a little bit late on it.
A splitter, but he started it too low as it bounces up to the plate. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Tries to go the other way as this is in the air to left field. Number 27 is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. So digging in now, Jose Peraza. 7-8-9, bottom of the order set to go here in the third. First pitch on its way. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. A swing here on the fastball, and this will get fouled off to the right side. Look into Pierzynski, the 1-1. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Curveball got him swinging for the first out. The catcher Devin Mesoraco stands in, and he is proving to be something of a non-threat with a bat in his hands this year. The average isn't pretty. A weak chopper up the line, but that one rolls foul. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Back-to-back changeups, and he fouled that one off right there. I don't think he's going to come back with the third one. I got to be thinking some other pitch is coming.
And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away.
27.
Here's the first pitch to him. Number 27 swings and misses there, so he's down 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Striding in once again, Kyle Seager. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Third baseman, Kyle Seager.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner. Pitch on the way. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate.
Well, he's out in front of that breaking ball right there. I'm not surprised. That was after that fastball. Nice job of pitching, kind of keeping him off balance.
And another foul ball.
I like the pitch right there. Got him to chase a fastball out of the zone. I'd come back with it again.
Ooh, tough to lay off there, but it's called a ball. 1-2. 1-2, here it comes. Ground ball right into the shift. Peraza from the outfield grass, and he's retired 1 away. Into the box now, Nelson Cruz looking to follow up the RBI single from his first at-bat. Into the windup and the pitch. Knuckle curve breaks outside for ball 1. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. Here's a swing and a ground ball, but a foul ball, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Lofted in the air out toward right center. After it is Hamilton. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. There's Robbie Cano now.
Robinson Cano.
Nolasco looks in. Here's the first pitch. And this is taken outside for ball one.
Well, Matt, if I use the cliche, it's not how you start, how you finish, it would apply right now. A couple innings ago, he had a rough inning. Didn't look good. But now...
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Here's Billy Hamilton standing in. He'll start things out against James Paxton as we get the inning underway.
Hamilton.
And that changeup makes him jump, a swing and a miss.
I like the fact that they're swinging early in the count, and they're really aggressive right now early in this game. But there will come a time you got to be patient. If you're swinging the strikes, that's one thing, but make him work a little bit.
Well, I think his eyes lit up when he saw that pitch coming up at his eye level.
Oh, you think? If you've got a good fastball like he does, that location can be really effective. It looks so tempting to the hitter, but making contact on that pitch can be very tough.
Zach Cozart is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0.
Man, this guy has retired a whole slew right now. I think what he needs to do is just stay focused and keep attacking the game plan like he has up to this point, because everything he's done has worked.
And he lays off the breaking ball there as he moves ahead to 2-1. Now an off-speed pitch well inside, and it forces him to bounce away from danger. Into his motion, here comes the 3-1. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Wow, he's cruising right now out there. 4 straight punch-outs and working on number 5.
Now a flare out toward right center. Gamble is going to get there. 2 down. Digging in for his second at-bat, Adam Duvall comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. First pitch coming, here it is. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. On the ground to the left side. Seager fields it cleanly. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Gene Segura standing in. He hit a big 3-run bomb in his first plate appearance.
The shortstop, Gene Segura.
Now a swing and a ground ball, but a foul ball here, 0-1. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And a neck-high fastball that time. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Segura turns and goes to second. And he'll get in there standing up with a leadoff double. Here's Melky Cabrera. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Cabrera.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. That's in there. Base hit. And they'll get it in quickly. It's first and third now with nobody out. Digging in to try it again, Dan Vogelbach. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First offering on its way. Grounded back up the middle. He's got it. Cozart for 1. Back to first, so they get the double play, but the run does come in to score. Ready for another chance? A.J. Pierzynski. He popped out in his first trip. Into the windup and the pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. To his right, Peraza. And a low throw to first, but Votto's able to come up with it. A fine play there to end the inning. Striding into the box, Joey Votto comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Ball 1. Fastball at 96 on the radar gun, and it's 1-1.
Well, the first two pitches are interesting. Both away from the left-hander. Will he bust him back in and challenge him? It's going to be a good at-bat to watch.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Votto will take the turn and head for second now. And now this is thrown wildly, just getting it into the infield. Fortunately, however, the third baseman's able to run it down. Wow. Stepping into the box, Eugenio Suarez. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Line drive to center field. Catch made out there in center field as the runner will tag from second. And he's safe. And that brings up Scott Schebler. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch coming. Here it is. In the dirt, but this is pounced on quickly by A.J. Changeup stays outside and he's behind 2-0.
Runner on third base finds himself down 2-0. Look, there's no reason to give him anything good. If you walk him, sets up the double play.
Couldn't wait back. A swing and a miss. Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. And that one stayed up a little high. Ready on 3-1. Here it comes. 3-1 is a fastball, and he can't connect. 3-2.
When you get yourself to a 3-1 count and you get a fastball, those are the ones you really want to punish. Couldn't get the bat on it, so we'll see if that comes back to haunt him.
Cabrera has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner, but I don't think he had designs on even really trying it as he retreats with 2 away now.
Second baseman.
In now, Jose Peraza. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Drilled down the line. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Seager in foul ground, and that ends the inning. Ready once again, Ben Gamel. He'll lead things off as we begin the home fifth.
Right fielder, Ben.
Here's the first pitch to him. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Number 27 is there, and he'll bring this one in. Here's Gerard Dyson. 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
Gerard Dyson.
Now here's the pitch. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1. And now for the second batter in a row. This is in the air out to left field. Number 27 is over just a few steps to his right as he takes it for out number 2. Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. First pitch has him dancing to avoid it. It's ball 1.
Pretty good pitch and a great take there. There's not a lot you could do with that slider breaking down unless you can catch it way out front and hook it down the line. You see a lot of swinging misses on those.
Pulled high in the air out to right field. Moving under it, Duvall. And the inning is over. The catcher Devin Mesoraco stands in. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Number 39, Devin Mesoraco.
Chopped weakly to the left. To his left, Seager. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Now batting.
Stepping in and
Number
ready for another
27.
shot, number 27. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Into the windup and the pitch. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
Everybody knows he's got that fastball that gets up to 100 miles an hour. You just have to be ready to swing.
And he'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Grounded down the third baseline. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line. And he'll reach second now with one away. Digging in to try it again, Billy Hamilton. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. And now Pierzynski can't get a handle on it as this gets away from him. And the recovery's not going to be in time at third, and that should be ruled a wild pitch. This is hit softly to third. And plenty of time over there at third to get a glove up, and there are 2 down.
The batter, number 2.
Here's the shortstop, Zach Cozart. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss at a changeup that has him all kinds of goofed up at the plate.
That's a big pitch right there. Now he's got him 0-1. And he still may not be comfortable. Even 0-1, he's still a pretty good hitter when he's down the count. This is a big pitch right here.
There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Dyson ranging back to the track. And the runner from third scores as they try to work their way back into this one. And he is into second base with an RBI double.
Now batting.
Ready for another shot now, Adam Duvall. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. First offering on its way. The throw will go to third, and he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch. The 1-0 delivery. Hit the other way out toward right field. Gamble moves over, and that retires the side. Here's Nelson Cruz now. A hit in 2 tries so far.
Designated hitter, Nelson Cruz.
And this one runs up high, ball 1.
Boy, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, you have to make sure it's up above the zone like that. He can't do a whole lot with that, but if it were a little lower, he can and will make you pay big time.
Fastball runs in tight here, and it's 2-1.
This is just great pitching. They start him off with the slider to get the strike, and then they bust him in with a fastball. I don't know what he's thinking up there, but they really are messing with his mind right now. Well, he needs a shutdown inning right here, and it's not starting the way he wants. He's already down in the count big time. The last thing you want to do is start the inning by walking a guy and turn the momentum back to the other team.
No walks so far. Here's the 3-2. And I might have jinxed him as he misses there for ball 4. Here's Robbie Cano now. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. And now the Reds are going to get the bullpen moving here, and it's a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. Cano waits on the first pitch. That's lifted the other way out to left. Left fielder giving chase. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Trying to pick things up where he left off. Gene Segura, already a home run and a double for him in this one. And he'll start him with a slider that's taken down and away for ball 1. 1-0 count. Here it is. Lifted in the air out to right. Duvall is there. 2 down. Digging in and looking for more, Melky Cabrera. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Nolasco comes set. First pitch on its way. Takes a high fastball for a strike. 0-1 pitch on its way. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And that'll just sneak past his outstretched arm, a base hit. Ready for another chance? Dan Vogelbach. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Now time is called as both guys in the bullpen are ready to go. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. Called strike on the knuckle curve, and he's ahead in the count, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Line towards center field. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Welcome back to Safeco Field here in Seattle. The Mariners out in front of this one as we move to the 7th, but before it gets underway, let's give you a look at the game summary to this point.
Leading off for Cincinnati.
In is Joey Votto now. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2 to this point. First pitch cutter that's by him for strike 1.
This has been an interesting game to watch. I mean, he's less than 60% of the time he's throwing that first pitch for strikes. So he's been having to throw stress pitches almost to every hitter.
You know, he's one of their guys they rely on to get their offense going. They need a rally, so we'll see if he can spark one here.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. A fastball that just misses inside.
Boy, good inside fastball right there. Trying to tie the hitter up, trying to keep him from getting those arms extended. A pitcher's pitch.
Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch. Up and in here as he had to bend out of danger. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Ripped down the first base line. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball. Striding in once again, Eugenio Suarez. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. From the stretch. Now a ball hit pretty well to left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul.
Well, with the leadoff man getting on right there, Matt, they are falling so far behind. They have to capitalize. They have to get some runs to get back in this thing.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Ready with the 0-2. And here's a ball hit in the air. Gamble coming in, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass. And as a result of that errant throw back in, he'll advance 90 feet here and move up from 2nd to 3rd. Ready once again, Scott Schebler. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a fastball just a bit up.
The Reds have been searching for that big hit all game long. Let's hope they can get it. They're starting to run out of time. It's about time for something to happen.
He's got a good fastball, Matt, and you can clearly see this situation. He's in a little bit of a jam, but he's going right to his bread and butter. Here comes my heater. I dare you to hit it.
He's got a couple of pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. It might be time to take a step back and try to refocus and making some good pitches.
And this is going to be a fair ball as it'll head to the corner. And the runner from 3rd scores as they try and work their way back into this one. It's now a 5-2 game.
The batter, number 9.
And here's Jose Peraza, 0 for 2 on his line thus far. He's set. Here it comes. Way out in front as this is yanked foul into the seats in left. 0-1 pitch on its way. Swing and a liner. And that's a fair ball as this one will get down the line. And that'll score the run from 3rd. And don't look now, but the lead's cut to 2 here. Digging in, Devin Mesoraco. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. Tony Zitch comes on now, and he'll take over with nobody out in inning number 7.
Tony Zitch.
From the belt, the pitch. And that's waved at and missed for strike 1.
The double play situation.
0-1, here's the pitch. Sinker stayed high but called for a strike. With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout or are you still looking for the double play ball?
Well, Matt, I think a lot of that depends on the type of pitcher that you are. If you're a power pitcher, you can go ahead and ride a fastball up in the zone. But if you're a guy that induces a lot of ground balls with a sinker, I think you have to stick with that plan.
And they'll run him down and tag him out between 1st and 2nd. A double play.
Now batting, number
Stepping
27.
up now, number 27. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Normally not a good pitching plan to throw the same hitter the same pitch.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over.
It's time for the traditional 7th inning stretch.
Digging in once again, A.J. Pierzynski.
Leading off for
Third
the
trip to the plate for him here tonight.
Catcher,
0 for 2 at this
A.J.
point.
Pierzynski.
First pitch on its way. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Lifted the other way to left center. Hamilton on the move. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. And that'll bring up Ben Gamble. He's looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swinging a soft liner, and this is taken for the out. Standing in, Gerard Dyson. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Good zip to the fastball there by Nolasco, and it's 0-1. 0-1, here it comes. To first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Here's Billy Hamilton standing in. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. He's set, and the pitch. Needed a sand wedge for that one. Swung on and missed.
Well, he's just 2 outs into his major league debut on the mound, and so far he doesn't seem nervous or like he's trying to do too much. That's easier said than done.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Yeah, that's the spot right there for an 0-2 pitch. Make him see if he'll chase that slider in the dirt, especially with the bases empty.
He'll try again. 1-2. Bouncer down the line. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes.
That's a nice job of staying alive. A 2-strike breaking ball just out of the zone. He was able to put enough on it to get another pitch.
Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt, and he makes the throw to first. Hamilton is retired, and there's 1 away. Here's the shortstop, Zach Cozart, hoping to build off that RBI double from his last plate appearance. In there, 0-1. 3 runs, 7 hits, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far. And the 0-1 is lifted in the air out to right. Gamble will drift over to his left a few steps as he takes it for the second out. Into the box, Adam Duvall. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. Lays off 1-0.
Boy, I like the pitch idea. It looked like he tried to get into chase right there, making him think that ball's over the plate and it runs away. But he laid off it. I don't know how, but he did.
Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And a good effort as he's able to stick with it and get the 3rd out of the inning. Stepping up to the plate, Kyle Seager. He'll see what he can do leading off the home 8.
Third baseman, Kyle Seager.
Brendan Finnegan is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 29, Brandon Finnegan.
Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but this is foul for the first strike. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
Now that's not fair. You're supposed to be throwing sinkers, and he throws a high fastball right there. That's why everybody's shaking their head.
And he looks at a ball, 1-2. He goes the other way as this is hit well out toward deep left field. And now this will get over the wall down the line out there for a ground rule double.
Up next for Seattle.
Here's Nelson Cruz now. Runner in scoring position here already following the ground rule double. No contact on the sinker there, and he's behind 0-1. For Seager, that's now 10 doubles for him on the season. And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. And this is swung on and missed. And boy, they took care of a key man there. One away. So striding in, Robinson Cano. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. Fly ball out toward left center field. Hamilton is under it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Gene Segura standing in. He's 2 for 3 with a home run and a double. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Hit high in the air down the right field line. Duvall over to his left. And that's the 3rd out. In is Joey Votto now. He'll be charged with trying to get on board, leading off the 9th. First offering on its way. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1.
Boy, if you're the pitcher, you're feeling good. That either says, I got great stuff, or he just doesn't know what he's doing right now. Even the great ones take bad swings, and that was a bad swing.
Even though he let that one go, you know that's the kind of pitch he likes to take a big hack at. Not too many power hitters that don't like a stomach-high fastball, so he's probably not throwing that one again.
Standing in, Eugenio Suarez. He singled his last time. Hit sharply toward the right side. And he'll take it to the bag for the out. And there's your unassisted double play. At the plate, Scott Schebler. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. Chopped down the first baseline, but it's a foul ball, says the first base umpire. Now the 0-1. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Cano has it. Throw on to first, and the ball game is over. So the lineup really helped carry them to victory here in this one, and this man was a big reason why. He's our tops player of the game.
Hey, he was one of a few guys that really swung the bat well in this game with a pair of base hits. He helped propel his team to a hard-fought win.
Our final line score tonight, first for the victorious Seattle Mariners. 5 runs on 9 hits. No errors. They left 4 men on base. For the Reds, 3 runs on 8 hits. No errors. They left 3 men on base. The winning pitcher is James Paxton. His record is now 3-1. The loss goes to Ricky Nolasco. He falls to 2-2. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 1 minute. Tonight's paid attendance at Safeco Field, 47,116. The Mariners thank you for your patronage and remind you to please buckle up and drive home safely.
coming to you from Seattle tonight, where the roof at Safeco Field has been closed for comfort. It's the home opener of this new season between the Cincinnati Reds and the Seattle Mariners. Mariners baseball starts right now. Here comes perhaps the fastest man in baseball as Billy Hamilton strides forward to get this ball game underway.
Billy Hamilton.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Vogelback in foul ground. And HR, you take a look at these Seattle Mariners entering play here tonight. They come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Well, Matt, I really like their pitching staff, but I think the key to this game is clearly falls on their shoulders. They throw off-speed pitches for strikes, and they mix their pitch as well. I think if they do that, they got a chance to win.
And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Oh, don't know how you lay off that one, but he did, and it's 2-2.
Well, that's great discipline. He's clearly sticking with his plan. Those 2 balls were down. He's thinking to himself, make him get it up before I swing. Get it off the knees.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Changed up on him here, and this is grounded to short. And he's retired 1 away. Here's the shortstop, Zach Cozart. First time to the plate for him, and he's carrying an eye-popping batting line with him, up in the 360s to start play. Line toward the gap in left center, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit. Settling in now, Adam Duvall. Man at first for him following the 1-out single. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And the changeup is way low that time. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1.
Pretty good pitch to hit there that he let go. I know it's early and they're probably wanting to run his pitch count up, but he may not get another pitch like that to swing at the rest of the game.
Cabrera comes on and makes the catch in shallow left for out number 2. In is Joey Votto now, and it's been a great season for him so far with the bat in his hands. He's got the average up over 340 here entering play. A swing and a high drive to right center field. Dyson ranging back.